everyone. Today is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to you all. And when I say all, I mean all. It is also World Lupus Day. I have lupus. Um, Also had a kidney transplant because of lupus. Um, so that's that. Today I felt like I was ready to share my story. Um, and it is the story of my miscarriage. Um, I was 33 when I found out I was pregnant in late November. Um, I think it was late November, December when I found out. Um, you know, Told my boyfriend I did the little pea stick test. I did it at his place because I wanted him to, of course, be the first one to know. Um, did it at his place, and it came back positive. I was like, ooh, we're about to have a baby. um, which was very exciting because I don't have any children. He doesn't have any children. So I was like, yeah, perfect. So did my first sonogram. I got the picture back. I showed it to him. I remember him kissing the picture and kissed my belly. And then I wanted him to come to the next one so he could just be in on everything, just know everything going on, because I was considered high risk because of the lupus, because of the transplant that I had. I told the transplant team, the doctors and stuff, that, hey, I'm pregnant. And they asked me, are you going to keep it? Like, yeah, like, how are you asking me that? Like, of course I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna have a baby. Like, this is exciting. Um, and I guess for them it's like, man, I guess so. Like it's like they're gonna be doing hard work now because I'm the one that's pregnant. I mean, yeah, they had to change some of my medicine around because of some of them would be harmful for the baby. Um, if it was a planned pregnancy, they would have wanted me to be off of one of my medicines for a full year to get it out of my system. Um, but it wasn't planned, just happened. So, change up my medications and stuff. Um, come to the next appointment to have my you know check up and everything. Next, another sonogram. um the embryo didn't really grow that much from the last visit, which the doctor found interesting. Like, it was, yes, it should have grown a lot more since that first visit, but it didn't. um so what it was, I wrote it down. it My condition was called, is a blighted ovum, or I was practicing saying this, but I had it before and I lost it. Embryonic gestation. So here's that. Oh, does it come up in reverse? It does. I should have wrote it, like, I should have mirrored it or something. But what that phrase means, it's a condition that occurs when a gestational sac develops without an embryo. So the embryo either never developed or it stopped. In my case, it stopped because it only grew like a little, barely a centimeter or whatever from the previous visit. So there's no specific cause for it. So it's not like I can blame lupus. I can blame the transplant or anything. And they usually find out about that within the first few weeks of pregnancy. So that was my case. So after that appointment, it wasn't, it was kind of iffy what was going on. I missed my third appointment because I wasn't feeling well. I think I was sick at the time. But I was at work one day in February 2018. Bad pain in my stomach. I called the nurse hotline number on the back of my insurance card and kind of talked to them about what's going on with me and my symptoms and stuff. And they suggested, all right, well, you should go to the hospital. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I don't know what's going on at this point. I don't know. Um, I went to the hospital. I was in the ER. I signed in. I was waiting. So after work, like get out your typical. No, I got out 5:30. Got there. I don't know. Let's say 6:15 or whatever. I don't think anyone saw me until 8 or 9, maybe even later, 10. I don't remember the time. It felt like forever because I was in pain. I got up to ask them, like, when am I going to be called? And they said I was going to be next. I was like, all right, fine, I'll stay, because I was ready to leave because it was late. It was getting late. And I'm thinking it's just some stomach pain and I'm going to work the next day. So I was like, fine, since I'm going to be next, I'll stay. And apparently, finally took my vitals and everything. I was miscarrying. The process had started. That's why I was in so much pain. But since I came to the hospital by myself, they were not going to give me any narcotics because they didn't want me driving home alone. And I kept pleading with them. I was like, I promise you, I am not going to drive. I will sit and wait. Or I was like, can I get a Lyft or Uber? Like, and they can take me home. I could come back for the car. But they kept saying no. I was like, man. So I literally just sat there in pain until somebody could meet me. Eventually I fell asleep, and I think my boyfriend got to me around between 2 and 3 a.m. I think, maybe before that, maybe 1. Everything's a blur right now. But because he was working in a night shift. No, he got off work late. I can't remember. But he came for me. It was the middle of the night. He came for me, and since he finally got there, then they were able to give me the medicine. Gave me the painkillers and stuff, which helped tremendously. I had to use the bathroom, and then that's when I started to see, like, the blood started to come out. And I was like, oh, okay, this is happening. There was like an awesome nurse there. She was so kind to the both of us. It was an emotional moment. Like, we didn't plan on this happening. When having a child, yeah, it's something we talked about. We didn't know it was gonna happen right then and there. At that point, our relationship was really new. It was new, so that was unexpected, but we wanted it. We're like, yeah, we're so welcoming this new journey. But the journey ended shortly, abruptly. I remember after he got me, he said I needed to eat. So nothing was open at that time of the night besides McDonald's. So he said he was going to bring me to McDonald's to get me some food. And I remember fighting him. I was like, no. Even though I was drugged up, I was like, no McDonald's. Like, I gave up eating McDonald's. I don't eat McDonald's anymore. But ended up getting some chicken sandwiches from McDonald's. Yeah, I ate that. I definitely ate that. I was really hungry. But I ate that. He drove me home, like, walked me to my bed. We weren't living together. So brought me to my bed and put me in bed, and he was leaving, and I was like, wait, I have to get up and lock the door after you. He's like, no, stay. Like, I'll lock the door. Um, so he did that, and I called out of work for the next day. Um, yeah. So had the pregnancy gone full term, well, I wasn't going to be full term. They were going to, I think they were going to try to take the baby. I was going to be due in September, but they were going to take it in August had I gone the full length of time. So had he been born, because my boyfriend was adamant it's going to be a boy, I would have had an almost 2-year-old coming up this year. So Mother's Day kind of hurts for me now, especially after going back to work. My boss at the time, his wife got pregnant, and she's my age, and she was gonna have twins. So I was like, yay, that like so awesome. And after that, I think the following year, someone else got pregnant in the office. After that pregnancy, there was another pregnancy in the office. After me, I think there were five pregnancies. And each one stabbed me. Even though, like, I love those people so much. I love my team, awesome people. Every time there was a pregnancy announcement, it hurt. It cut me so bad. And on top of that, the place where I worked, every time someone had a baby, they announced it, like through our emails. They announced it, and there was always one coming. At least every month, somebody gave birth to somebody, and that always cut me so bad. Like I'm pretending to be happy. I always say congratulations, but it hurt. And even outside of work, there were a lot of baby showers from people I know from my circle and stuff. Those hurt. But I kept going to baby showers. But I came to a point, I was like, you know what? That's it. Like, I cannot go to another baby shower because it is killing me inside. Like I felt like, well, maybe if I try to be supportive of other people, maybe my turn will eventually come. Like I didn't really talk about me being pregnant. I became distant with some of my coworkers because I just stayed quiet. I kept a lot to myself, being that I wasn't married. So in my community, being Haitian, being a Christian and stuff, I didn't publicize that I was pregnant. I mean, it was so early anyway. Like, you don't do that anyway. Before the first trimester, you don't normally tell people what's going on. But regardless of that, like I wasn't telling anyone. Nobody knew about the miscarriage. I told like a few certain people, but probably way after the fact. I think I just told my mom earlier this year that happened, or if it wasn't this year, it was late last year, because I know it was for sure winter time. And I had told her. She was shocked. She didn't know. And I wanted to tell her from the beginning, But again, I said my mother's Haitian, so I didn't know what she was gonna say, do, scream, call Jesus, and so I didn't tell her, but I finally told her. And when I did, I cried. I cried it out. Um, yeah, I cried like a baby. And she consoled me. Um, but with my job, um, I can say this for sure. That's probably one of the main reasons, one of the reasons I left, because I was tired of the baby announcements. I really couldn't take it anymore. Um, uh, because with the baby announcements, they post a picture of the baby, mommy, or sometimes just a baby, mom and baby, dad and baby. Um, so that's one of the reasons why I left, because I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, I need to find another job. Um, I need to find something different to do. And I was just hoping, I'm like, I hope all companies are not like this, like um, announcing all the pregnancies in their whole entire company. Because I'm like, I mean, need to work from home or something, find a work from home job. But yeah. So I guess, like I said, I wanted to share my story, um, because I know there are a lot of women who maybe in my situation, not to say that, lupus, blah, 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 but just the miscarriage part, like it didn't happen. I guess it makes me feel sad because I am currently 36. Um, and at 33, when this all happened, I was high risk pregnancy. So just adding 8 years is not going to make it any easier. So I feel like I lost my one shot. Like I don't know what God has in store for me, but I know there's so much more. There's going to be so much more in my life for however many years I am to have on this earth. There is more coming in my life, more happiness. Um, there's so much stuff I've dealt with because of my lupus, complications from other things, lupus being a doorway to let other things creep in, other sickness, other ailments. Um, so yeah, I just um, I just made this video to be encouragement to someone else. Like I said, I kept this inside for so long. There are a few people who know about it. Like I said, my mom just found out this year. My dad doesn't know. He's not going to ever know. um, yeah. Uh, but yeah. So you ladies, you rock. You're awesome. You're strong. You're beautiful. You're courageous. You're amazing. You are loved. We are loved. Um, and this is not the end for us. Some of you will bear children. But for me, I think I'm just gonna close the door on that, um, and just try to find happiness within myself. Um, I did this video in the car because I didn't know if I was gonna cry. And I didn't know if it was gonna be a hard cry. So if I did it inside, it would have heard and be like, knocked on my door and be like, "Hey, what's going on? Are you okay?" And I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to focus on Mother's Day, on my mom. I wasn't really thinking about myself, but I saw other people posting stuff on Facebook about rainbow babies, and I had to look up that term because like a few months ago, because I didn't know what that was. Yeah, so I just felt like because I wasn't married, I couldn't really be public about it. But it's life, things happen. Um, I shouldn't be judged because of that, or judged harshly anyway. I mean, um, but I honestly feel like that was it. Unless God has a surprise for me that I don't know about. Pregnant at 40 or whatever. Um, I guess I'm not really planning on it. But that's my story, you guys. I hope that helps you if you are dealing or have dealt with a miscarriage before. Um, you're not alone. I hope I did something good with this video. um, I'm not looking for likes and shares and everything. I just did it. Like I called my boyfriend and I told him, "Hey, I think I'm ready to share my story." He's like, "Huh? What are you talking about?" I was like, "Yeah, about the miscarriage." Um, he was like, "Okay." So I have his support. um, I mean, I didn't give anybody's names. I didn't even mention the name of my job. It's not about them. It's about me and him, because he felt the pain too. Not the physical pain, but the emotional pain. So we're in this together. And blessings to you. And you guys have an awesome and amazing day. Keep your head up because you are beautiful inside and out.